Does anybody know why Bitcoin fell?
Yeah,
Or
so
is falling.
So basically, I guess I can kind of get a little view on that. So basically, like with the fork, Bitcoin's blockchains are like getting slower and slower.
Yeah, because there's so many.
So many transactions and stuff, right? So they don't want to change like the whole system of Bitcoin because I forgot the guy's name, Satoshi.
Yeah, Satoshi Namasaki.
Yeah, he invented that non-changeable, program. So for them to make the blockchain easier to use and more faster, they have to change the program that he originally invented, which is like something they do not want to do. So Bitcoin they've been arguing this for a while, and they're now coming to a consensus in about 8 days where they're going to split up Bitcoin, but they don't know what name they're going to use for Bitcoin. Because they both want the name of Bitcoin, but they don't know how to split it. They don't want to. There's already a Bitcoin Cash, so they can't split it up in half into Bitcoin Cash and half in the Bitcoin. So in about 8 days, they're just going to split up Bitcoin, and then people are, I guess, either going to sell Bitcoin. That's why the price is going a little lower now, or they're going to buy it when it's low, or they're going to go into Ethereum or any other coin. So that's
Go ahead.
Well, it's not that they're splitting up Bitcoin, it's that it's forking to where the existing Bitcoin blockchain will still exist, but there'll be a new one.
Yep.
So there's already been multiple forks just recently, so they created Bitcoin Gold and Bitcoin Cash, which were both forks of Bitcoin. And so this is another fork.
But this is supposed to be a big splitting of
Fork Bitcoin!
So with that being said, like all those like Bitcoin golds and Bitcoin like whatever name, those are still just straight up Bitcoins, right? There's not
Yeah, and
different kinds
some
of
of
Bitcoins.
some of them, like Bitcoin Cash, some people say that that's more true to Satoshi Nakamoto's original vision. Like if you watch Crypto's interview with Roger Ver from DevCon, you should check that out. It's pretty short. It's like 6 minutes or 7 minutes. And Roger Ver, who's one of the first kind of Bitcoin pioneers, I guess you could say, he's a promoter of Bitcoin Cash. He might have like had a part in creating it, but it's all these detailed differences in the blockchain that they disagree on that causes the fork. It's like, I guess one of them is the block size.
Yep.
So some people want to increase the block size and some people don't, which I guess increasing the block size would make faster transactions maybe?
Yeah, so they want to get rid of the blocks of your signature. That's one thing that they were like thinking of doing. So basically, now instead of putting, you got your transaction and then you got your signature at the bottom, that signature alone is I guess not even a pretty substantial, but a good amount to fill up the paper. So say you got a piece of paper and you got, your transaction one line and then you got your signature one line. They want to rid of the signature and put it on another blockchain, just like you said, to make more room for more and faster transactions. So it kind of sucks because when this fork happens, not a lot of people are going to know what to do, and the same with Bitcoin. They're still not sure of how
How the public's going to receive the message, because that's all that matters.
Yeah, I haven't researched it a lot, but
there's a countdown for it and everything too. It's crazy.
from what I have heard, it's kind of unfortunate that a lot of greed has gotten involved, to where it's like a lot of the miners, they want more money. So they don't want to decrease, the fees and make faster transactions because they're making more money from the old, slow, expensive shit. So,
Yeah,
so they're just like profit-minded.
And that's another thing for miners is like they're only taking certain transactions that provide them better money.
Yeah.
If your transaction isn't like good enough for them to say, oh, I can make this much money out of it, you're not going to be on the ledger.
Yeah.
So that's what that waiting list is for you to be put on the ledger, and that's what takes the time.
Yeah, there's like 48 million Bitcoin transactions waiting to be happen, and only like 1 million are like currently being processed.
That's because of the value of the transaction.
Yeah.
So miners are getting real picky now and picking out which ones they want to do and which ones they want to use to like process. So it's just like when you swipe your credit card and you wait for that approved. That's just waiting for the miner to click on your transaction, and it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy.
They need more computing power.
Yeah, and then I think it's all based off graphics cards now. It's not even based off your processors. You need,
Yeah, people are using gaming, yeah.
yeah, you need to get a good, and those things are expensive
Yeah,
too.
like 5,000 or
Oh, yeah, I know.
Especially since the like crypto explosion,
Nvidia's getting good
they
GeForce and all
can't
that.
even make them
Yeah,
fast
they
enough.
can't, because all those graphics cards, most of the graphics cards now are limited. Like if you, like GeForce, Nvidia, I don't know if you guys know about anything about
Yeah.
graphics cards,
Yeah, I know
but they sell
computers.
out.
Yeah.
People wait in line for like the best graphics.
Oh, yeah,
cards.
like the newest graphics card that's out is the 1080 black.
1080.
Primo shit, yeah.
And those shits run, but,
Yeah, they do. I have a 1060 in my computer.
oh really? I got like a 980. Dude, those things are crazy. Like anything past like a 9 is just like, damn.
I used to have like a 650.
Back
And then I upgraded and it was it's such a big difference. I could probably like, what's it called, mine cryptocurrency on my computer, but it's like, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's like
Because I use it for-
it's
Yeah.
like weeks, months, like shit.
I never really considered mine, like when I first got into crypto, I thought about mining, but then I realized it's not really profitable unless you can invest a shitload of money in it. I'm actually going back to thinking about it though, but I would mine some of these other cryptocurrencies, you know?
It's just like Upwork. I don't know if you guys know about Upwork. You can go on and basically hire CSS developers, HTML developers, people to build websites for you for cheap. But the problem with that is, I guess the people here don't get that same opportunity because you've got people in like the Philippines and India.
Oh, they'll do it for half the
Half.
price or less.
And the thing is, they don't have, that's all their devotion to is just mining. So it's like, yeah, we can do mining, but like, we don't have all day to sit here and mine. Those guys,
Do.
that's their life, that's their money, you know? So they have like a bigger obligation than we do to mine. So it's like, when we say we wanna mine, it's like, damn.
It's
do we
small
really
scale.
want- Yeah, it's like, do we
It's like,
really wanna
yeah.
mine?
Yeah, like you're gonna invest like over $1,000 into one
Computer.
mining rig, and you get some little trickle of crypto. I mean, there's websites that are calculators for that shit, so you can kind of calculate exactly
When you're gonna break.
how
even.
profitable it would be. Which maybe I'll look into that.
And now it sucks because it's our ego.
In a way, it would be cool though, because then you would be much more like actually participating in the network. Like that's why I started thinking about it again, because I'm like, man, if I did set that up, then I would be even more part of the movement of like actually part of the network.
You can further into it, like by like.
Yeah, that's what I thought about doing it just for like, not even like, I didn't think about like the money. I just thought of like, you know, getting into all that. Cause I'm a
Yeah.
hardware guy, so like I wanna be a computer engineer, so like just mining would be cool because it's like, you know, I get to start all these programs, I'm just making money, literally just having my computer on.
Just the project of it.
Yeah, and just the idea of like, oh, I'm part of the network, like you said, like
Yeah.
I'm actually helping, you know, this big ass load that Bitcoin can barely handle.
And it's just like we talked about, like with the developer programming or the program, the course.
Mm.
That's like another step forward. So it's like we're already a step into cryptocurrency that no one else is, or not a majority of people are. So taking that further step to actually look into like the programming aspect of it puts you at a higher scale. Because now, for me, I was thinking about this over the weekend. Say you get a degree in computer programming and you know about cryptocurrency, you're a step ahead of almost everyone.
That's what I'm trying to do.
For me, I'm getting my degree in financial advising, but if I can financial advise cryptocurrency as well, no one's doing it. No one's, you know what I'm saying? Or you're gaming, or if you're computer developing, if you're doing any type of degree, like, by having a knowledge around cryptocurrency,
Yeah,
Dude.
because people are gonna go into like financial advisors, and be like, yo, like, you know, Bitcoin, and they're like, I don't know who the fuck it is.
They don't know shit about it.
I know a guy though, I know a guy that
Yeah.
knows about it.
That's
Training people.
that would be full of win, man. You could be a blockchain advisor to companies because they don't understand it.
They don't understand
So
it.
you could go in and explain it to their higher ups, or even have meetings with their people to try to get them on
That's
board.
literally what Mark Cuban did. Literally all he did was take newspapers and like articles like that and just put them online and made millions. That was
Holy
literally his
shit.
first building.
yeah, dude, it's crazy because like I was talking to my cousin who's a financial advisor. He doesn't even know. He's like, oh, I can understand this. And if he can't understand it, then I can only imagine all the other financial
Yeah,
advisors,
dude.
the other computer programmers, and all that stuff.
We're gonna start a business and you're gonna be the financial advisor and I'm gonna help them actually implement the programming and the technology. That
Yeah,
shit
I'm
was
with
full of win.
It's full of win, and I thought about it because I'm just like, man, you get a degree, and it's just that aspect. But if you got something else in your back pocket, like knowing about cryptocurrency and the programming of it, come on.
Just wait for the day where you can combine cryptocurrency,
Yeah.
quantum computers, and AI all in one.
There's gonna be a
That's
day.
literally gonna be like the problems you said with like real-time world, like how's the blockchain or the ledger gonna verify physical data? Like then you have like an AI who can do it because you know talk to the AI or something like that, and then you have like the quantum computers who can handle the processing of 48 million transactions in like a few seconds. It's crazy.
It's crazy. And I was also looking at IOTA too,
Oh yeah.
and I was telling him the other day about it too, is it's so low, but I was looking into it and I guess you can probably, elaborate a little more on this, how you come up, but there's a lot in IOTA, so when you buy IOTA, you're not just buying IOTA, you're buying like a bunch of IOTA, so I didn't understand that whole concept on that, but I did understand the concept of doing, verifying 2 transactions before you do one, and that eliminates a lot of work of the miners, so now it's just, you're just relying on other people to do the actual work and you're not having to worry about that. So if you want a transaction, then you'll have to process 2.
IOTA actually just jumped from
It did.
around 35 cents to 40.
And
Or now
I
it's
had
37.
kept it. I kept your advice and I kept it. I had like 400 IOTAs and it went up.
Oh, you got some IOTA?
Yeah, I went on Binance. Binance is actually,
Yes.
so Binance is another company as well, started in Japan, that's pretty big right now. They're actually, doing good work. You go on their Twitter, they're pretty active, and that's like another site that you can buy a bunch of different types of coins on. And the process sucks because they don't operate during from different hours, like their system will just be crashed during like certain hours, I think, whatever time they were on.
Oh, peak
versus
time in Asia or something?
yeah, because
What's
it
it
just
called?
doesn't work. Binance, so just like finance with a.
I still have it, like, I saw this happen.
Ethereum is like dropping.
Yeah, dude, it's cheap.
Right
I
now.
bought like 400
Yeah,
for
just a little
100
bit.
bucks.
I just read about
And
how
it just
like
went up 5 cents.
Ethereum had another leak with in the wallet, how they got hacked. It was literally like updated 14 minutes ago.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so get your crypto wallets, because I just put all my Ether on
Yeah,
there.
because what parity is the
Parity?
parity? That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says parity discovers second flaw in 5 months.
Today.
And this says what? Over. The original theft would have been worse if it were not for the actions of the white hat hackers who helped recover an additional 37,000.
Oh, yeah. All my Ether's on my ledger, so I think I'm good.
Yeah, me too. I put it on there, and it's fast too. That's what I love about the ledger is bringing money from the the site to your ledger is incredibly fast.
Did you use the software to put it on there from the Ledger website, or did you use my Ether wallet?
I think my ledger,
Yeah.
not from the ledger website.
Yeah, the official.
Yeah, that does not.
No, that's fine. That's what I used originally, but I ran into this problem where I was trying to send my Ether out of my hardware wallet using that Ledger software connected to the Ledger, and it wouldn't work because you can't change the gas amount. So gas is basically the fee that you pay
Yeah.
to send the transaction. And I don't know the exact reason why. I guess because of the gas prices on the network were higher than what it had it at, but you can't change it on that software. Maybe they'll change that aspect, but that's when I started using my Ether wallet because you can change the gas price on my Ether wallet. And when you start buying, assuming that you'll start getting some ERC20 tokens, like other projects that are built on Ethereum, they're coins, you'll have to use my Ether wallet because that's what you have to use to.
Yeah, because you can't transfer anything else on.
It's actually really easy. I like it. And your crypto goes right on your hardware wallet the same way. It's just a website that you use to get it on there.
Yeah, it's just as soon as you send the address, it just goes right
Yeah,
to
like,
the
people
wall.
can't get through the website, they have to go to the wallet, right, correct?
They could theoretically, like for example, there's a fake myetherwallet.com. I told you guys about this before. There's a fake myetherwallet.com. So if you hit that site and it looks all the same and you went through and sent your crypto into your wallet, you'd be sending it to them instead.
But it's not like a real website, like,
Yeah.
it's a real one that, like.
Oh yeah, if you go to the real one, you're good. It's trusted.